like the way this was recorded. It's very clean. I was able to work with it. Some of the mixing though, I just wasn't to my taste. There was a little like a cajon or like a bass percussion instrument over here that I felt was panned too far to the left. Let's give it a listen.
Mama, come here, approach, appear, Dad.
So when you're given a stereo track like this, there's very little you can do in terms of, isolating an element and trying to manipulate it. So what I did is I'm using the gain plugin by Logic Pro X. So I engaged the mono function and basically turned the stereo track back into mono. Let's listen.
Mama, come here, approach, appear, Daddy, I'm alone, 'cause this house don't feel like home.
So let me switch back and forth, and you can see how making it mono centers everything, especially that little cajon sound.
Mama, come here, approach, appear, Daddy, I'm alone, 'cause this house don't feel like home. If you
So basically my goal here is to make the track mono, and then I'm going to create my own stereo. For this example, I'll be using Imager from Isotope. So now let's listen what I've done.
Mama, come here, approach, appear, Daddy, I'm alone, 'cause this house don't feel like home.
And just for comparison's sake, let's turn it back off. And this was the original track.
Mama, come here, approach,
With it on.
appear, Daddy, I'm alone, 'cause this house don't feel like home.
Now I really wanted to bring out that little cajon bass drum kind of thing that was going on. And I did some stereo imaging to kind of recenter it. It still wasn't poking through quite the way I wanted to. So what I did is I just created I created a send bus, just going right here. I just called it low end parallel. I'll turn that off for a second. And so what I did is I just filtered out kind of the thump that I really wanted to accent. So let's give it a quick listen. So, I mean, it sounds kind of muddy, but I'm just going to add this into the original mix. So I added in just a little bit of compression here with Shadow Hills, just to give it a little tightness. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute this off and on, and you can hear how it comes in with the track.
Mama, come here, approach, appear, Daddy,
That's without it.
alone, 'cause this house don't feel like home. If you love me, don't let go. Oh, if you love me, don't let go. Hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady, oh.
The vocals on this track were beautifully performed. I loved it. However, the way I received the mix, they kind of stuck out a little bit too much for me in terms of physical spacing, such as like reverb, early reflections. It just didn't sit with the track. So unfortunately, since I only have a stereo track to work with, I had to think up of a little cheating way to isolate them as much as possible and affect them. So what I did is I set up a send bus, and I'm using bus 2 here. I'm calling it vocal parallel. So my first thing was to just filter out as much of everything else beside the vocals as I could. Luckily, the track wasn't very busy. There's some bass percussion, guitar, maybe a piano in there. Couldn't really tell. So let's just listen to what I filtered out here.
Hold on to me, 'cause I'm a little unsteady. A little unsteady. Oh.
So of course I can't isolate the vocals totally, but I have a good starting point. So the way I was able to make the vocals sit a little bit better was to add some reverb without. So let me go ahead and play that with the track, and I'll just switch back and forth.
Hold